Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again from MGS Coaching Football. My background, this is my 38th year coaching. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I'd like to introduce you to what is our Dog Family Blitz package. Okay, dog, we just signal this, okay? So what I want to go over first is what is the premise or the rules to teach your players for the dog family. Okay, so again, a family a dog blitz is a dog blitz following the same set of rules. The defender who actually acts as the dog blitzer can vary, but the people involved, as well as that different blitzer, the rules and the techniques remain the same. So it's very easy to teach. You apply the same principles to all the blitzes within that family. So the dog family, its premise begins with 4 off a side. So as you see in this case, we have dime dog, okay? 1, dime is the primary blitzer, hence red. 2 and 3, okay? These 2 are part of it on the call side, and the inside linebacker call side, so it can be both the Mike or the backer. Okay, against 11 personnel, more often than not, it'll be the backer, but if it's a 3-by-1, dime goes to the lizard rip, it could also be the Mike. But this is the secondary blitzer, hence why they're in blue. But there's your 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why this 5th one? Not involved in the blitz, but if it's a pass, the end's going to rush the passer, so that's what makes it a 5-man pressure. When we talk about the number and pressure, we refer to if it were a pass, how many people were rushing the quarterback. So the premise starts off with 4 off a side, so here are your 4, okay, who have arrows, right? Simple rules, it's very similar to the go, meaning nose goes to the call. So if it's a Ringo, nose goes right. If it's a Lucky, nose goes left. Boom, done, right? Nose is in the A gap. Slant technique, penetrate, boom. Aiming point, near hip of the guard. Defensive end, call side. So if it's a Ringo, it's always the stud, right? Because the stud's always right. Same thing. Pinch the B gap using a slant technique, stepping it near hip of guard, get vertical, boom, done. And the other term we use is reduce the side. And that means nose in A, end in B. Okay, again, you don't have a lot of time in the V or even during a timeout, so you got to have buzzwords, right? We just say reduce, reduce, reduce. That's what it means. And the backer is what we call C-scrape, which I will get to. More often than not, if there is going to be a sack in a pass situation, it's the C-scrape inside linebacker who is going to be in a position to get the sack. Okay? So let's go through now some of the other aspects of a dog blitz. Okay, so that's the rule. Again, boom, done. Whoever the designated dog is, they are the D crasher, which means they have contained both run and pass. Okay, so this would be an orbit. If it's a run, they have force. If it's a pass, they have outside cage, which means contain. So the landmark for this is what we call a D crash, right? In the go blitz, it's a C, so your landmark is the butt of the tackle. In a D crash for a dog, your landmark is the deepest hip in the backfield. So if it's pistol, it's the tailback hip. If the back were to be offset here, it's still the back's hip. If the back were offset away from the blitzer, it's the near hip of the quarterback. Okay? So that's the landmark, which is different. The other aspect of this, the C-scrape inside linebacker. Okay? On the snap, and we never hedge this is a plug blitz for the inside linebacker. What's meant by the C-scrape and the reason for the dashed lines, the inside linebacker reads and goes butt side of the offensive tackle. So more often than not, what happens, what we see, is the offensive tackle is going to try their best to fan out and get hands on this blitzer. Okay? Even if it's a vertical Slater pass set, he's still looking to get here. So when that's the case, the backer goes into the B gap. Okay? If for some reason the tackle, whether it's a runner or pass, were to block down onto the B into the B gap area or onto the defensive end, then the C scrape goes butt side into the C gap. Okay? And so we call it C scrape because we're thinking this tackle, if it's passed, is going to widen, and the initial landmark is the outside hip of the offensive tackle, hence that C gap. Okay, in case people are wondering. All right. Now the other aspect of, I'm going to go back to the dime here, the dog blitzer. Why does he have this dashed line? If the blitz beater is the back running a flare route, it's automatic. The dog peels off and takes the back. If the back releases in any way, if the back is stepping up the block and then does a half-hearted job blocking, you peel back. It's a screen. Okay? What we tell our dog is the flare is automatic peel. Anything else, we do have a C scrape who will pick up the screen. So just to simplify, we end up teaching our outside backers the easiest way so they can play fast. Don't think, don't get tentative. He flares, you peel. Otherwise, continue to the quarterback. We do have a C scrape. We do have another linebacker who's harder than running back. You follow me? So I think that's just easier to help you guys play fast. And then naturally, and zone blitz coverage, please see trio in that playlist. We've got to replace the blitzer. So on the snap, the safeties are going to spin. He's going to take number 2 hot. He's rotating deep middle, 20-yard. Right? That's as much as I'm going to say here. Got to see the zone blitz playlist. So that makes, we have orbit on both sides in this. You can run it versus the tight end as well. So in this case, so I keep the formation the same on purpose. Now it's a Rover Dog. Okay. Rover's doing the same thing. It's a little bit harder to get the proper angle, but they learn how to do it. They're athletic enough. Now the Mike is the C-scrape linebacker. Same initial aiming point, same reads. More likely, definitely going to have the tackle trying to block here. The tackle has a better chance of doing it. So it's more likely that the Mike will be inside, which is fine. Same rules, automatic peel for a flare. Otherwise, continue with the cue. We got 2 other linebackers that can take care of the running back. So again, it's orbit, orbit. Spin the safeties post snap, right? So when would we use this? Pass situation, no question. 4 and a side is tough. But it's also good versus a zone read. Blitz the back, especially if we get an offset running back. It's terrific. Okay. Takes care of RPO because you got the hot coverage over here, right? With zone man coverage, zone leverage. Okay. Little tease there for the zone blitz playlist coverage. But we'd also use it versus a 2-back running game, versus an ISO power team where you know it's coming. You're going to send 4 there right now, and you still have a backside linebacker and backside defenders, right? So this is a very versatile blitz family to use in different situations, okay? So as always, please, if you have any questions, please reach out to me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com, and I'd love to talk football with you.